didn't study for my exam because the gentleman before me was so weird. I just,
You got your crib sheets, that's all you need for your exam.
Okay, well, should I be with it?
Of course.
absolutely.
And I'm sorry, can I get you guys just introduce yourselves for the record?
Oh, I'm sorry, Georgia Ireland, cottage with my ex-husband, on Pinehurst Lane.
And your name?
This is Bruce McDonald, my partner.
U 1401, they,
23.
23, yeah.
This is going to be so short. All right. You could take your nap.
No, I believe we'll have more customers later on.
Oh,
Here comes one now. Okay, tell us about your,
so the assessment went from 300,000 and change to over 6. And the basis of comparison lot was so kind of out of whack with it. So I found another property on the state side, Rockhaven Drive, that actually was more similar to my property in the size of the building, which is irrelevant probably, but it had closer to the same amount of waterfront.
Can we see the map for this, Christine? Sure. It's U 14.
So that's my only argument, because it was so completely, such a surprise for
So you're right here?
Yeah.
This is U 16.
Yeah, it's Bill Rogers.
This is the parcel that, I'm trying to think of.
Oh, the
this
Rockhaven Road?
piece. Yeah.
I don't think it was on this.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
It's U 16 on this Rockhaven that you're using for the comp.
Do you want that map?
Yeah. So you can see if it's in the same.
I think Rockhaven might be having some deeper water, but.
And the big map might better show where they are in location to each other.
They're U 16 and 12. Okay. Okay, and then this one is U 1401. What's this one? 17, 15, is that 14? Yep.
go.
So this is, I don't have the water frontage by neighborhood for that. So the comp that they used was Title 3, they were Steamboat U 1405. So yeah, so look at 05 as the comp that was used. So yeah, right here, that's the comp. Here, here.
count they provided is 65 feet of frontage versus 88, which is 12 Steamboat Landing. And a sales price of $600,000, and that has 5 rooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and full insulation. And our subject property has 4 rooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and minimal insulation. So it's a smaller structure, and essentially 10 different feet of waterfronts.
Looks like we're missing.
Yes. 646.
So the unhappy news of the day is that there is no one for Harper to talk to. So we are at a severe handicap for the information that we do not have. So what we have been doing is people are not happy with the results of the second look. Is to table them until we can get better information, with more complete information. If that would be acceptable to you, then.
Yeah, we've already paid taxes.
Yes.
So it's more like just up there.
Right.
It didn't seem like it that much of an increase. It was a very fair assessment.
Well, a lot of places went up a lot.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Right,
You know.
given the circumstances, but
Yeah.
we want to make sure that everybody's taxes are fair and equitable and balanced according to what is being assessed around it, and for the right reasons as well, so.
What was your prior year tax bill?
300, I don't know the exact amount, but it was over 300.
3,000?
No, the tax bill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
300 was a deal.
Yeah. Yeah, the tax bill, previous one was 3,000, and then it went up to over 4.
Yeah.
So. But it just seemed that other property on Rockhaven
It was-
sort of the square footage of the building, as well as the amount of waterfront, was a little closer to the cottage, and the sale price was less.
Yeah.
So that's my argument, but
There's
my reasoning.
We're not arguing at all.
That's your position.
Your reasoning.
Exactly, that's my homework.
Your reasoning
Yes.
is very,
So I did as much research as I knew how to do it, so.
well, you did sufficient for this go round. So do we have a motion to table?
Could I ask a question before you?
I hope I have an answer.
In looking over these maps, we sort of realized that Pinehurst Drive is not marked as a right-of-way, and it appears to be on Pete Francisco's bigger lot somehow. That, on the other hand, the cottage and George's family's prior cottage was burned, that was on years ago. That that road has been down in there and goes over to Wayne Havey's property. And yet, it's just marked as a straight line and no indication that it's actually a right-of-way as these are marked. Is that anything that you deal with, or is that just a matter for the planning board, or what?
We are doing property
It
maps at
seems
some
as
point.
though it would be a correction that would be made as things are being corrected. You can make note that should be looked at.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's good.
and it actually, this right-of-way actually curves around and
Doesn't show the extent of.
it's in the right-of-way as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for
inviting us for lunch.
swing by.
Let us know.
So nice to have company.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna be very exhausted by the end of the day, I'm sure.
At the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I guess then I just wait and,
We will be in touch with
However.
you when we have further information.
wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Motion to table?
Second.
Second? Yep. All in favor?
We need to make a motion
This
that
is
we
Matt.
table
Yes,
one
thank you.
4001.
Thanks lunch.
All right, so that's the motion. Second.
Thank you.
All right, now,
All
any
in-
further discussion? All in favor? I'm sorry, I was too eager. All
We
right.
want that down.
Um,
Another
And sir,
guest.
can you introduce yourself for the record?
Fred Denson,
Thank you.
This is Nicola Benson, U22, lot 30.
What number is he? 35.
Here in that list.
Nick Johnson, 30D, and that's all.
Huh? U22, lot 30.
You're on 23, cool. That. That.
Maybe Mario.
Ouch.
Alrighty. So,
yes. Our question and issue was with the land value, the building value looked appropriate. It looked within reason from what information I could find online and from my appraisal. But on the land value, we went from 464,000 to 944,000. And I could not find a comparable, piece of property with that kind of valuation on it. I don't know if I just didn't dig far enough or what, but I figured the appraiser had to have something he looked at for comparable property.
So, you're, are you title? Has the waterfront title, how title, is it, what's your waterfront?
I think I did. see
Oh, I
that.
don't know.
Cause it's
It
River,
says-
River Title 3, but then it also has, the base lot is 750,000, then it has a factor of 125%, taking the land up to $937,000.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what that determination.
We figured out we did lot 19.
we have the map on that one.
They compared it to, some land on Mountain Road, lot 19A.
On that one. We're looking at it. So it's on a whole different.
They have, on the appraisal, they have Pine Ridge Lane is on 3.7 miles from River to Lynn.
it says Drift In Road is West Bath.
But
Yeah,
here's
right.
the, here's the comp that they've got, here's Drift-In Lane, and then here's,
Okay.
right here, there's West Bath, this is Cundy's Harbor. And you've got other,
Okay.
Arrowhead Lane also has comps, so there's 2 West Bath comps on that.
There's no way we could get a copy of that.
You didn't get this?
No, not from town office. Right, I've got my appraisals information.
Yeah, I think that's what she's
I think this is looking at.
Oh, okay, I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, that's nothing that we would have generated.
Oh, that's really crap out, sorry. Didn't survive tax season.
Many of us have.
So I didn't buy more before I printed this, try to print this out again this morning.
So when is this appraisal on? This is done December of '03,
Yeah.
so this is current, okay.
Yeah.
What are they doing out there, bowling?
So when I look at the
Julie
comparables,
likes my office better, she just.
and 3 of them are all West Bath, and the appraisal is an opinion value of 720 in total,
Yeah.
not 1.2.
1.2, right.
And they're all in the same vicinity, either 3.7 miles, 4.2 miles. And then from the comp, from the subject property.
The letter we received from, I guess it was Parker on West Bath, letterhead last week, said they denied it because none of the comparables were in West Bath. Yeah, so I don't know. And tell the truth, I didn't dig back through everything, I didn't think I was gonna get in here today.
Drifting Pine Ledges, isn't it?
I've never heard of Pine Ledge. Arrowhead is in Brunswick.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Oh,
No, that's not it.
yeah.
That's in Cundy's Harbor, so it's not.
I guess I'll be out there, places that were, I don't have it. It's one of the sheets basically listed. Okay, Prince's Point roads in Brunswick, the mountain roads in West Bath,
Arousik is Pine Ledge
yeah, and then they have one in Hartsville, and,
and Booth Bay.
So what's the Mountain Road one in West Bath, what?
That's what
that
they
was
just told that property.
5.77 acres though.
Is
Well,
that
which
Mountain Road
one?
in West Bath or is that Mountain Road in Hartswell?
West
No,
Bath.
I think that's the
West
Duncan
Bath
sale.
lot, 19A, but it doesn't have a, that's a vacant land lot.
I don't see it.
So what was that? What?
They, in one of their breakdowns, just looking at where they worked up the land, one of the ones they found was like 19A, but that was 5.77 acres. So quite a bit more acres, but it's on Back Cove, fronts on Back Cove too. And their closed price was $262,000. So,
42 Duncan, Mountain Road.
I'm
Can't
trying to
remember.
see, I'm trying to see the page that he's on
oh,
in here.
page number 15, yeah.
Here we go, yep. Okay. I said 22, which is certainly.
Fairly recent, yeah.
So let's see where it is, backhoe. And they had 1,000 feet of frontage also on backhoe. What do you have?
I think they figured 1,500 on,
You have 2.1 acres.
yeah.
So we should, certainly take a look at lot 90 Mountain Road in West Bath, compare that to the land value of $944,000 for 2 acres versus 5.7 acres.
So is this a table till we get more information?
Well, yes, because I want to see what, I'd like to see the property card for 19A Mountain Road, to see what we came up with to compare it.
But there's some, I'm assuming when the appraisers did their job, they listed comparable properties or.
The problem is,
Or did they just come up with a orientation, or we don't know?
the problem is that they're only supposed to use properties in West Bath.
Yeah,
Your appraisal, has properties in surrounding towns.
yeah, that's
For
because
the
they
purpose
couldn't
of
find,
this.
Right.
right, they couldn't find anything for sales, and that's not, me looking at the maps, or trying the best I could looking at the maps. You
We're,
don't find enough.
we were supposed to have somebody, as you know, from the property, and clearly, you see, there is
That's what I guess, what you would tell the wife here. or-
No-
or
nobody here but us
they wanted to
Westbound.
show up. Yeah.
So,
We'd like to table it
so we've been
for
tabling things
further
Yeah,
review.
so that we can get some better information and you will
Because I'm
probably.
also trying to figure out why your lot has a 125% value,
yeah,
which takes it from the 750 to 937. And that I can't answer without, certainly I'd love to see what the raw land looks like on Mountain Road.
So, motion?
I move that we table U22-030 for further analysis of the abatement.
Second? Any further discussion? All in favor?
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys, good luck. Looks like it's slowing down a little bit, huh?
Good luck to all of us, actually.
How was it this morning?
We had a steady, row of customers, but unfortunately, very few answers that we could give reliably, so.
They were all lined up here with pitchforks and torches.
Well, actually, considering the condition that we're in, people have been very, very helpful and understanding. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Could you hand those to us?
Since this is tabled, I don't need to worry about filling out the next form, but
No, we will get back in touch with you. We need to, do some research on
Okay.
what our findings are. I think certainly knowing that removing Mountain Road and what it looks like in comparison, and then seeing if we can tabulate, some of the other functions.
okay, yeah, because like I said, you know, our main concerns was
Well,
tripling into the property, but, you know, the building value,
yeah.
yeah, you know, looking around and everything, yeah, okay, that seems like it went up right now, or, you know,
We want,
something that's understandable.
we want everybody's taxes to be fair.
That's right, yeah.
And I just caution you, this process is going to take a little while, as
Okay.
we're also looking to hire an assessor, so
Okay,
be patient with us.
all right, okay, I just want to get time limited on something, and, yeah. Okay, thank you guys very much.
Thank you for your time,
Good luck, guys, good afternoon.
You too. Beautiful day for it.
Oh, it's gonna be better sitting outside. Thank you.
presumably for number 44 on your list.
U-27, lot 92.
I knew I had it from somewhere. Come on down.
Did you have a sandwich while you were watching?
Afternoon.
Good.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Madam Chair, members, thank you very much for your time, appreciate it. What's the procedure?
Tell us what you think the problem is, and we'll tell you whether or not we think we can help
Okay.
at this moment.
Okay, the problem was, I'm not sure that, I believe Tim was the gentleman's name that really walked the property, and has looked at anything. As I mentioned in my letter to you, we've got a serious erosion problem, and if you look at the map of 22, it looks like it's way out, and I question the linear measurement of shore frontage. Second, we talked about, he put us river tidal, which evidently gave us some water, and we're in mud flats most of the time, at least half the time. He used properties on either side of us that had more acreage, .30 acreage on each side, we're only .27, and they're what we would call usable properties, whereas ours is broken up, so you can't even really get a bed and a net up there on solid ground. Check the minutes and see what else I have.
So I was reviewing your file, and are these the assessor's notes? Christine?
Yes.
Because
I was
on the,
reading the writing.
so I'm looking, it says Tim's figures. It shows that, it looks like a determination was made, but was not recorded, because in the bottom of the third page, it says 298,000 for the land, and 264,200 for the parcel. So there's a difference of 51,070. Even if, and this is just the notes from the assessor.
Yeah, that's correct, that was Tim's notes.
So it doesn't look like that was recorded. Because when you go to the new, it's 351. It's not what it should. It looks like they didn't transfer over. And it's showing a total value of 562 versus 590.
The letter that I received from the town administrator said that I think that these properties, or that my property was now equal to the other two. And I'm saying that it should be less than the other two.
From functionality.
That's the
Well, they had it as an 85% functionality, and they moved it up to 100, and I'm not sure. And then it was brought back down to 85.
I'm not sure, but I believe that this original sheet that says Tim's figures, I believe Tim came up with the figures that were in red. And the actual note, Tim's figures, is Bob's writing. So I believe when Bob reviewed the request, he disagreed with Tim's figures. So my guess is that's why it presents this way. And then they came up with,
Can I ask who is Bob?
Bob is the owner of Parker Appraisal.
Oh, okay.
He's the chief
Why would he,
assessor.
did he view the property, Bob?
I don't know that he viewed the property, but Bob and Jessica reviewed the abatement request.
see something I know that you've got, the finished basement is 100 square feet off. This is 1,000, then it's 900, I'm not sure. So there's factors that, I don't know, it looks like. And then, you know, it's, and I, you know, who is, the individual looking at the house should be the predominant decision, and who saw it. I mean,
So you're saying that Bob put these revenues,
That's the way I'm interpreting
these
it.
numbers in red in here?
No, I think what Bob is saying is these markings in red are Tim's figures. And
Okay.
that he disagreed with Tim's assessment.
but he didn't see the house.
I don't know, I can't
But
answer
those
to
are
that.
somebody from Parker's
Yes,
team that put those figures
Correct.
in there.
I think we should accept the figures of the person who saw the house.
still be nice to understand why.
Yes, it would, but that's not gonna happen.
Not today.
And we're looking at something, you know, when you look at these changes where they, you got a factor of 85 and for the person who looked at the structure, if they're taught to determine these factors,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why someone who didn't see the house would override it.
So what are we gonna-
So there's that 590,300, it looks like it should be 562,600.
Right. The land should be 298 and the house should be 264. I'm taking a difference of $51,700 in land value.
I think when you put something in writing.
You have to go with it.
Should-
We shouldn't, I think we should go with it. So I move that we,
Can you get your numbers for Suzanne, so that we just have it?
I'll just confirm it, because I wrote it on the front of this, I believe it was, what, 51,700, but I'll calculate it again.
Do you mind if I put you, what you did with them?
I don't.
Okay.
I would appreciate it, in fact.
Yeah, these two are okay.
Oh, where's the thing that I never done?
62 should be
Oh, here it is.
right on the front.
It's the left-hand pages that did kill us.
Three. This should have been 149. Do it one time. Yes. $52,700 is the difference in, it went from 90, it went from 96,600 to 149,300. So the land abatement should be 149,300, which is a difference of 52,700.
I'm not sure I got, can I see your,
So
did
the,
you write it on?
the abatement should be 149,300, which is a difference of 52,700. They have it at 96,600. The math calculates out at 149,300, the delta is 52,700. So So we're gonna abate 149.3, not 96. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense? So I move that we abate parcel U27022 for an amended land value of $149,300.
Is that everything you need, Colin?
So are you looking for an abatement of 52.7 to bring the land value to 149?
Well, because these haven't been accepted,
Right.
I'm saying that the abatement for land should be 149.3.
So the abatement should be 149.3 or the value
The
should be?
value, the
Okay.
abated value should be 149.3 instead of the stated value of 96.6,
Okay.
which is a difference of $52,700.
So you're cutting the land value in half?
No. No, I'm abating 149 out of 447.
Just say what the new value is, the new value.
The new total value.
447. Minus 149 equals 298,400.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Is that the full property value or is that just land?
Just land.
Just like.
The building did not change.
No, building was the same.
All right, so we've got a motion.
Does that make sense? Do you have what you need?
I do, thank you.
Okay, if you understand it, I second it.
Is there further discussion? All in favor of the amendment to adjust the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for coming in. Take a sandwich on the way out as a parting gift.
Excuse me?
Your sandwiches.
Oh, you may need them for supper.
We aren't gonna be here that long. Thanks for stopping by though.
Thank you.
I know, I just gave mine to Christine.
Yeah.
You have to fold it with the map on the outside, the map number. Oh, okay. So,
Can we do Tim Cole next?
is he here?
He's not here, but he's the one that I have in writing that he wants you to accept the recommendation.
I'm sorry, what would you put him
What's
on
his
it?
number? 34.
U19-7A.
That's what I was just looking for. I know.
It's the Vogel Family Revocable Trust.
Oh, there's two. Is that what it is? Oh, there's two tiers. Oh, got it, yep. Okay.
Was it in there?
I don't know.
Check that file, I'll check.
It looks Vogel Family Trust, it's towards the back.
Ah, very last one I look at. Here we go. And
He has verbally or written via email accepting this.
Yes.
all right. Let's see.
I move that we accept the abatement of U19-007-A, as it was accepted by, it was approved by the property owner.
Do you want,
Can we get a little more detail? Honestly, I'm here all day, and this is one of the ones I'm
sorry.
really interested in.
Yeah, so
Please.
So this parcel was, the old value was $353,600 for land. The new value was $296,900 for land. The building was 24.2, the building stayed at 24.2. They abated $56,700 in land value. totaling $385.56.
And what was the trigger for the abatement? I'm not in any disagreement, but what is the basis for the adjustment, please?
So let's see what they wrote on here.
Says adjustment made to area assessed as shore frontage as half of the parcel is extremely narrow. Property already receives a 50% reduction on the land for being unbuildable. Does that answer your question?
It's an improvement over,
So it was a River Title III, which says 700, hold on, I don't think that's right. For the base lot. River Title III. Let's see, oh, improved, yes, it's 700,000 base lot with a 50% factor.
It also says there's no view of open water and no ability to install a meter.
so they are including view and assessed value. Thank you. That is incredibly important to hear. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate all four of you giving me more.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I think we should remake that motion. That's okay with the group.
I move that we accept the abatement value of U19-007-A as the property owner has accepted the land reduction of $56,700 with an abated tax equal to $385.56.
Second it.
Any further
Can I just get that abated tax value again? 385?
56.
56, thank you.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
So we left off at, I believe, Patricia and Benjamin Coombs. Number 20.
Somewhere, I lost my list.
I do believe I saw it somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
It's U13 lot 7.
Okay. Here we go.
So I move that we table U13 Lot 7 for further. No, that's. I don't know.
Karen, can you introduce yourself for the record?
Yes, Karen True Winslow, Trim and Ledge property.
Okay. So I'll finish this one. That we table U13-007 for further analysis with the property owner present.
If possible.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor of tabling this to get further information? All right, Trim Ledge.
U24 lot 26.
And you can have a seat up front with,
Come on down.
Oh.
You might.
I don't know how this works, so.
what number is that? It's number 39.
You're requesting a reduction in land of 72,000 and building for 93,000. Are you on the water?
No, or across the road.
So why do we, I don't know what this river thing, right? I'm reading your notes that you have a view across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Limited water view due to tree line roadway. So you don't own waterfront. Apparently we say that you do. 70 feet of shore frontage, actually.
Well, it's kind of like a cliff that goes down.
But you own to the water though?
Yeah, I guess we do.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So you don't have heat?
We don't, we have a hot air furnace that's very old, but we're not insulated at all, so we rarely, it's like just for backup. We close the cottage down in the winter.
Is this the lot here?
Yes.
Yes.
Where's the lane of line?
My sister lives on the outside of West Point Road, which is where
Oh,
the
okay.
drives nowhere near this property. It's a showman address.
So what you do have, if you had it, would be good.
Right.
70 feet of shore frontage, but it's,
It's right, yeah, across the road right there, yeah.
Do you own across the road?
Yeah, we own that, yes. It's like a cliff. The erosion is kind of eating away at the banking.
how do you like your new road? Does it go by your house?
So I don't live there. I live in Falmouth.
Oh, gotcha.
This isn't year-round. This is a summer cottage, so I haven't been down recently.
There's a new blacktop, I don't know if it's where your house is or not.
It probably is. I've only been to the beginning of the road. I haven't been all the way down in the last couple months.
No, it should be part of the new road.
So I had a question on the letter, if that's the time to bring that up.
Yep.
The appraiser compared our property to one that was sold on West Side Drive in 2021. So they had said they had been recent comps, but 2021 seemed a while ago. And it was a year-round home right on the water. So I didn't think that was a fair comparison. Since we're not
And
year-round.
is it the kind of 35 West Side?
Yeah, 35 West Side.
This parcel, the sale is noted on that parcel.
Okay, thank you. So a year-round house went for 601. And we're paying your 670.
Yeah, and in the letter, the year-round house that went for 601 is now assessed at 737 or something, I think. I don't know if that matters, but. And then he also says commercial property, so I didn't get that. We're not commercial, we're residential. It says compared to other commercial properties.
Yeah, and my guess is that's an error, a graphical error.
This is my apologetic explanation. We do not have the representative from Harper that we were expecting. And so we are without adequate information to make many of these decisions. So what we will be doing is tabling them until we can get further accurate information. And we will do that post haste as quickly as can be safely done. So if that would be acceptable to you.
Well, I don't really have a choice, right? I mean, that's
Well, you could accept it as you.
denied.
As denied.
No, we don't want to accept this tonight.
If you did that, then that would automatically trigger a possibility that you could apply for assessment review.
But they're in the same predicament we are, that not having all the tools necessary to complete this.
Until we get the information that's needed, then we're kind of stymied. So, are we ready for a motion?
I move that we table U-24-026 to conduct further analysis of the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Okay, thank you.
And when we have the information, and we're ready to review this again, we've decided everybody will get a certified letter, so we know.
Okay. And then would there be another meeting? There would be another meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll take it off this evening and consider the updated information.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just looking at all these.
Okay, we are on Kathy Coombs. If you would like to resume order.
So did we table Patricia and Benjamin Coombs and now we're on Kathy Coombs? That's correct, right?
Correct.
Okay, just to make sure I have that in order. Okay. I move that we table U-13-009 for further analysis of the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor of tabling?
The next one up is lot U-14-004 for Peter Francisco. I move that we table U-14-004 for further analysis of the abatement.
Got that? Carly?
Yes.
Seconded.
Further discussion? All in favor?
You want to take this one off?
Sure. Lot U-14-022.
No, that's not how I wanted you to do it.
Chantanet. Chantanet.
Ten medical.
Say that fast 5 times.
Ten medical.
It's an interesting name. Okay, we got it. Motion?
I move that we table U-14, lot 022 for further abatement analysis.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor?
We are now on Susan Caldwell. I don't have that in place here, hold on. Let's see it. Do you have Susan Caldwell?
Yeah.
have not heard from Susan. Katrina was handling it for her, I haven't heard from her.
Not that it matters if it's not here, so I move to table U18-001-002 for further analysis of the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor? We have lips next, we have
Yes, these kind of, I think these three are kind of tied together, the next three. Webb Family Irrevocable Adventure Trust, parcel U18-001-005. I move that we table the abatement for further analysis.
Seconded.
any discussion? All in favor of tabling?
Christine, Christine, have you spoken with Mr. Webb, because he's got a
I've
couple.
spoken with Rob, and I really expected that he'd want to be at the meeting, but I haven't heard from him recently.
Because he's got the other Harvard
Yeah.
associations right after
Right.
that.
Yeah, and I would rather touch base with him before we,
Because there's subdivision language in the Harbor Edge that I need clarification on.
yeah, and
Yes,
usually
working
he's
here.
here, so.
I move that we table U18-008 for Harbor Edge Association for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor?
I move that we table U18-008-A for Harbor Edge Association for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
The next one is Gary Varney, parcel U19-002. I move that we table parcel U19-002 for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
So there are two here for Jeffrey and Margaret Pierce, 06 and 07. I move that we table parcel U19-006 for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I move that we table U19-007 for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Further discussion? All in favor?
I'm sure the next one is Ronald Proctor.
I had a conversation with Ron, he's still out west, so he will not be in attendance. He's satisfied with the recommendation, but I don't have it in writing.
So we'll table for written notification to approve. I move that we table U24010-A for written confirmation of approval from property owner.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Let's see, we're up to Frederick Woods, WC's next. I move that we table U24014 for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Are we on Pluto 27? I move that we table U24027 for Credit Shelter Trust to be tabled for further analysis.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor? I move that we table U-25-005 for Credit Shelter Trust for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Further analysis, I mean, yes. Further discussion?
Whatever it is.
Further discussion? All in favor?
I have, this is Baker. I move that we table U-27-033 for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Next one. Woo. I move that we table U-27-034 for David Bruce for further analysis on the abatement.
Seconded.
Further discussion? All in favor?
So we have a significant amount of tabled folks. How soon do you think you could get those letters out to please be under the clock of 2 weeks?
You feel we'll have more answers by then?
We want to find out, if we may find that these people, half these folks are comfortable with what they are.
Okay.
So I think we should, I think we should expedite those letters and maybe in such, if you're comfortable, maybe we send them the packet, if you're comfortable with the abatement, sign here so we can process it. Because if they're not gonna show up, I'd rather know that they're comfortable with it in some form of confirmation.
So I'm wondering, to speed it along, do we say if we do not hear from you, or you're gonna send this letter back, we will assume that you were
Comfortable with the current abatement
so that
status.
it doesn't go on and
Yes.
on and on and on?
Yes, but I want acknowledgement, either we don't get it, or they respond. And this is-
Some will not respond no matter what, so
But at least we have documented,
if it's certified, it's documented.
but even and then in the file, for it's that we sent this, there's no response.
Yep.
And so, but I think we should have it so that, should this resurface,
Right.
I think this is your stack.
Yes.
This is my stack.
You don't want my stuff?
No, I have my stack.
Don't you need to go to the bathroom?
No, good, thanks. Thanks for asking.
Little while.
I've got notes written on all mine. I know which ones are mine. I spent hours going through this. I want to, and we may be able to move forward with half these if we don't hear back, is my point. That's why I want
Yeah.
to just do it. And if we don't hear in the time frame, and give them the chance, if they want to, feel free to email the town hall, whatever, we need some sort of communication.
Yeah, I'm hoping that if email is just easier for them to shoot off an email, I hope that will be
But
acceptable.
Our distribution should be certified,
That's
proving that
fine,
we've done
But
it.
I'm hoping it would be acceptable.
And I'm fine with their reply, but I just want to I want to document that we sent it to the address on the property card.
So I would say Monday I could send out the letters. It won't be before then with everything else that's going on.
If they go on Monday,
So,
we won't have had a chance to get the other things. We can find out whether or not people are happy or accepting of the evaluation, but we won't have sufficient information to make further determination on any of these
so
by Monday.
are we looking at hiring, a couple things have been talked about. Are we looking at hiring an assessor to bridge the gap from not having Parker appraisal present today? Is that kind of, since, as we've evolved this afternoon, and we need to move forward in some fashion, are we looking to get, in theory, an immediate person, if possible, to work through these? I mean, is that a very different conversation we had at the last meeting?
I think that would be the magical wish list.
I mean, so that's, I guess,
I don't think it's reality.
And
But if someone came in here and sat down with each one of these and looked at it,
I'm not disagreeing, I'm saying in reality, yes.
Right. And the other piece is the information that has not been returned to us, we have to get before anything can be done.
But if we
That's
don't
why
get
we
it-
call the attorney.
And
By
if
law,
it's legal stuff, we can't go on for years while this is a legal recourse. We've got to move forward, I mean.
so in theory, what that presents to us is that we may have to take the current manual as it sits, and we go and verify at low tide what these neighborhoods actually are. I mean, that's, if for towns that don't have an assessing unit, it's our responsibility to quantify what goes into this manual.
I'm saying we may get an assessor by the time we need to next year. I mean, it's gonna take some time, they're not gonna be able to go over these.
No, but
That would be our wish list.
if we don't get the documentation back from Parker,
If we get an assessor that has some good knowledge and some baseline, he could probably, or she could probably help us figure out what A, B, C, and D is supposed to represent.
well, for me, understanding when I went through this, I can't tell you how many variations of a base lot I saw in here. It makes no sense to me.
But I think we all have to respect and think that the amount of work that assessor's gonna need to do when they come here, we need to be able to make this inviting enough for them to wanna come here and do it.
They have great sandwiches
And chips, don't forget the chips.
and cookies. I mean, I just, so I guess, is it appropriate for us to have a conversation with Sally prior to her departure on their
She's
business?
gone.
And we have till June 30th.
No, she probably had a lot of bank vacation time. She left 2 weeks ago.
And I'd also like to remind you guys that Mark Bauer is representing the Board of Assessment
Right.
review.
I
so-
contacted Mark Bauer today,
Mhm.
but he's on vacation, so he'll return Monday.
So we can't communicate with him, can we, because he's on assessment review?
Well, he'll guide you
He'll-
on
he'll-
what you can do.
If he can't do it, he'll probably have somebody in mind who can. Somebody equipped to deal with this situation.
And so have we chosen a new law firm, or are in the process of?
No, of
like-
course not. I gave the RFP at the last select board meeting.
Well, just something that I didn't realize Sally was gone. Like, it's past attorney.
It's on the, it's on the agenda.
It is, yeah.
So, maybe some of these people will come in and all have.
Who knows? I mean, we really don't, maybe by them not showing they accept it. I don't know that to be true, but we can't make the assumption. And if they didn't get an email, then,
It doesn't really matter, the bottom line is, right, and that's you.
well, and for us, even if we get through this stack, we still have next year to work with. And it's the next couple of years after that too. So I motion that we adjourn.
Did you get on the MMA web, look along and see about assessors?
I actually have a list of 14, or I have to look at it. I printed it out at home.
Okay.
I did have a cover. 20, is it 29? It's 3 pages, but I don't know how many go on each page. I did speak with a gentleman from Westport Island, had a fairly decent conversation with him as well. So we can certainly chat it out tomorrow.
I'm concerned about adjourning at this point because we said we didn't care.
Until when? 4?
What?
Well, we probably did get them done.
But
Did you
we've already,
specify a time?
we've already addressed them all.
But if somebody comes in expecting to talk to us,
Yeah, I can feel it. I'll let them know what's going on.
Did you specify
Maybe
a
just be
time?
on call.
They weren't given a
If
time.
anyone shows
No, I
up.
mean, an end time, I don't
Yes.
think
Oh,
you did.
4, but
we
we
said
didn't,
4 o'clock.
but we didn't get,
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't?
Well, not on the notice, it just says at 9 AM. Because you talked about going until 4, maybe later,
but we didn't
but
get
you
it all.
didn't agree to.
It wasn't in the minutes.
It's not, well, those minutes haven't been approved, and the notice doesn't
Give it time.
Give it an end time.
I move.
Go ahead, Steve.
Does the Board of Assessors agree that Parker Appraisal has not provided all the information that they were required to the town of West Bath to further continue their valuations after this revaluation?
At this point in time, I would say they have not.
I agree they have not.
I agree.
Okay, thank you. I think that's a lot of progress. I think it may be overdue,
Somebody,
but it's progress.
Okay, can you introduce yourself for the record? Yeah, my name is Lorraine, Laurane, because it's not spelled normal. K, Pluto, Pluto.
all right, so she is here for,
There's two with my mom's name on there. And you can sit right up here with the board if you like.
I can find one. Can you find one?
I have them, I just have to get to them. And we have the Lorraine T, so if you're seeing that, that's the one. Here they are, I got it. Oof. The abatement fairy showed up.
I know you're in here.
That's all right.
Let's
I
find
have
out.
them right here.
It's not like you have little itty bitty big piles of paperwork in front of you.
Light reading.
Okay, so,
Okay.
first,
You bet. Which do you want to go, 05 or 0? Whichever this doesn't matter. You're one after that. We'll start with 05.
all right. So tell us tell us your thoughts.
Can you just verify with me which one's 05? The Neville, 5 Jenny's number is 05. It's part of U2505. It is, yep, 5 Jenny's.
That has absolutely zero access. It's title, like he's gonna walk out by sandbar, that low tide, there's no dock. You cannot, the building that's on there is in a huge state of disrepair, and it's in a trust, to which I do not control. So maintenance is questionable, and nothing else can be done out there with the zoning, because nothing is more than 100 feet from the water. So the value on the land, you can't do anything with it, it is a useless rock.
Can you rebuild the structure?
Possibly, like, getting materials and stuff out there would be easy. I mean, that would be about all that could be done, but there couldn't be water, sewer, like, nothing like that could be done out there, so.
So we have, the land is 0.6 acres.
Yep.
With a base lot of $1 million, with a factor of 75, taking the land value to $457,000 for a sandbar access lot. You got this, look at what it says 05.
I don't see that one.
It's an island that has a structure that, sorry, there's pictures of it. There's a structure that is only accessible via sandbar. I think those are projected things to go
Quite frankly, it seems pretty obvious that someone did not go out on there to be able to see the building's state of repair.
That's if you open that's the floor plan, and that's that page.
One of the descriptions of the envelope wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry, I'm really having trouble hearing them. If you could, I mean, we have the hallway if you need to talk.
So unfortunately, what has happened? We were expecting to have a person from the reevaluation company, and they have not shown up today.
Mhm.
So we have been stymied as to being able to give you accurate information about potential abatements.
Feel free to take a peek at those.
Is that a skylight?
Yes, of a very rustic kind,
Yes. Informal.
with the tree accent. Yep.
Oh, yeah, there's a tree.
And you think that that's not worth anything?
To the squirrels,
I bet
but not as it stands for any normal human function.
they would take payment in acorns.
Oh yeah, there's tons of acorns in the cabin, in the broken window that they have destroyed everything inside. But there is literally not a single point on that island that is more than 100 feet from water line. So it is literally like carry in, carry out, like you can't do anything. So to even really evaluate rock at that height, that's not wearable and shiny.
So you say this is in a trust?
Yes.
So we have the land, first it was initially valued at $760,000 for that. They reduced it to $457,000, but that is not a base lot by any means.
Like you couldn't even like regular zoning build on it, like.
Because we have this at a river title 3 with a base lot of $600,000 value, but it's only at 75% because it's 0.6 acres. That's not a typical base lot parcel at all. And it was originally as river deep water.
I don't know what their definitions between deep water and
What
tidal
deep water means is
whatever.
completely accessible at all tides.
Yeah, no, it's not. Unless you have a boat, but like,
But even at low tide, if you can't get to it, it's not accessible at low tide.
because you still have to get permission from the landowners on the mainland to get through. There is some, but I don't know exactly, it was written up, the deed was written up in the 50s, I think, but exactly where on that point, but that it's, they didn't even know there was a deed right away, the homeowners. Thankfully, they're very pleasant and we're more than happy to let me travel across their yard one morning to get all the pictures. But,
So I think that the move to table is, this needs to really be evaluated because that is not a base lot, doesn't fit the criteria of a base lot for that. And it's certainly not deep water initially, so I'm not sure how that was classified.
So we have a motion.
Well, we've already moved to table it.
We have to
We
take it
don't
off
need
the
to
table.
table. I mean, are you looking to make another motion or?
Or is it the same motion?
The same motion, we don't have a value to
So
it.
we don't
but
have to do it again.
Right, no, but there's significant change.
and these were, I don't know if you guys have all of the stuff that was submitted, there was copies.
Yeah,
that
I
was
have.
submitted.
Photos.
Oh, sweet, okay. I did doubles in case of anything.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yep. Okay, so here we go here.
And I know this is just kind of, I guess, somewhat random. I know when my house was assessed where I am, I don't remember being notified that these were gonna be assessed. I might have missed it because I'm human and we haven't been seen on my plate taking care of my father on behalf, like, this is why I'm taking care of these. But nobody ever contacted me to get into the house. Like, I never knew if and when they were gonna be around, so I couldn't even meet anybody to let them in. So, I would like that to.
So right now we're doing U24-027, which is 383 Birch Point Road.
Yep.
Okay.
On their little map on the tax card where they drew stuff, the building behind the house is basically just like a little, essentially a storage house over the well cap, but it is in, again, massive state of disrepair. I didn't even go in it because I can see that the floor is rotting underneath. But, because until I had someone else with me, I didn't really want to have something come down on me and be stuck in, under the rubble in my yard, hoping that someone would find me.
I think that was one very good decision.
And so it looks like we've also classified your house as built in 1984 when it was really 1884.
1884.
Yeah, it's 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, really nothing in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's minor. I get confused all the time, so.
Oh, you've got that's the farmhouse on the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I
And
coveted that house for many years.
It's nothing to cover. It's
I know it's kind of deteriorated.
then you've got, it says we gave it a 1 dry base when it's damp. We said it had a hot water baseboard when there's no heat.
Yeah.
Full insulation, which is not true. Below average, so this was completely, I mean, the whole property card.
Again, there's pictures of the interior and stuff in the basement as well. I had to replace the entire floor 4 years ago, and that was, the house has looked like this for 4 years because I haven't been able to move forward on anything. I'm sorry, I lost my APRs.
Okay, well this is completely not what those pictures show.
And there's a third building that's shown on the property, on the land thing. It's a boathouse. It's not like a fancy barn or anything.
I saw that in a picture.
And the water frontage, I believe, is inaccurate as well.
So this says you have, yeah, it was 110 feet, really 75 feet. River Title 3. I don't know.
It's not on Riverside either, like, I don't know if that makes a difference. It's on the bay side.
I love the year on the house above the door. That's really nice.
That's why it was like 19, it's right on the friggin' door. Clearly they didn't even look. Like, they weren't there, they didn't look. I just,
What are you saying?
I'm going to choose to not say anything because I'm taught if you can't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But clearly you weren't paying attention and they didn't go.
They didn't go in, you saying? Are you saying they didn't go inside at all?
Even go to it and like actually look at the damn building.
Yeah.
Part of the certification, Parker didn't do their job.
It's true, but these are actual documentations of failure to comply with the contract, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Can I get you a tissue?
No, okay.
Have a sandwich.
I just,
Healthy cookies.
Got plenty of those.
Sandwich cookie?
thank you, guys.
That's how they bribe off the sandwich cookie.
I mean, food usually works, like good sweets, like something sense. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am food motivated. My boss and I, actually, all my coworkers where I worked one time. Thank you. We were a very food motivated staff, and that's how he absolutely kicked ass in a contest against the English stores. He was like, I'm up in he ran my work in Lewis, not Mary. He was like, dinner at Da Vinci's if we win, and we're like, right, whoa. crushed everybody.
I love the cheese.
I am not ashamed to say that I'm very food.
Easton pizza, the best pizza.
And the garlic knots. Delicious.
So we need to take a look at this valuation and review it. There's definitely some adjustments.
I'm fully aware that if it were in tip-top shape, obviously it would be worth more, but it looks like that's right now.
It's not quite in HGTV would say it needs some.
Chip and Joanna Gaines would be like, ooh, look what we could do, we have to demo, no, because it's all gonna fall down if we wait long enough, so, yeah.
We need to, unfortunately, the folks aren't here to address this valuation, but clearly there's some adjustments that have been overlooked, and we will research that and address it at a future date.
Okay, cool beans, well, thank you all for your time. Appreciate it.
And we will be in touch with you when we know something.
Thank you for coming in.
Well, Julia called me and, because she knows that our way, so I was like, when do I need to be there? I'm super late, I don't know how it's gonna go, so.
We'll still give you a sandwich and cookie if you want it.
Blood, you get a treat down here.
I would say that the turkey sandwich with pesto mayonnaise is my favorite.
Can't go wrong with pesto.
Perfect.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for my tissue, because I'm emotionally unstable clearly. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
There's a lot of that going around.
Am I next?
You seem to be our next guest. Come on up.
And I'm sorry, can you introduce yourself for the record?
I'm John Morris, and the property is Birch Point Realty Trust.
Well,
And you sent me out a letter
Oh, yeah.
that,
You didn't like?
no, you sent me out a letter
Accepted
that
it.
said that the abatement has been granted. And then there was then this other email that came about this meeting today, but it didn't say anything about needing to be here or whatever, but Julie said that probably I should be here. And then you got a certificate of abatement that's unsigned,
Well,
so why am I here?
because we missed you.
What
well.
do you mean you missed me?
Just to connect.
You're not supposed to say that you missed something. You
I
shouldn't ever
missed
say
you as
that.
an individual, personally missed you.
Oh,
This,
okay.
this is the information that we have about the old, new, the abatement, the difference
Yeah.
between the two.
Yep, I've got that.
Is that acceptable to you, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Did we,
Do you understand why I asked for the abatement?
because there was a difference in the value of the land apparently.
It's a split in the road.
Tree growth?
The thing is, there is a big lot that was originally bought back in the 40s, in the mid-40s, okay? And at some point, when you guys were doing tax maps, you decided that you were going to divide the lot. When you divided the lot, you decided that now I'm going to be taxed for 2 fat acres
Oh,
when there's one lot.
well, that seems kind of.
And that's why they took the $700,000 off.
Well,
And it's still one lot because we own the road.
Yeah.
So there's no division
right,
of any.
gotcha. So I move that the abatement be accepted
As presented.
as presented on lot R07011 for the abated tax of $4,766.80 plus interest.
Seconded?
So that's an abatement of $4,766.80.
Yeah.
Correct.
Plus interest.
Who's gonna sign it?
We
Madeline
have to
signs it,
vote, we have to vote.
Oh,
Do we
I'm
have
sorry.
any further, you're in a hurry?
He said, I'm sorry.
That's all right, that's not a problem.
So you're not supposed to say you're sorry.
We'll feed you.
I have, 45 years ago, I was a certified Maine assessor. So I've
You
been
looking for
through-
work?
I've been through this.
You've been through this. Okay, so are you for hire? Did we-
No.
That's what I was asking.
Did we have a motion?
we have a second, is there any more discussion?
Any more discussion? She's here, let's vote, yes.
Thank you.
All right, now,
Sorry, we've been doing this all day.
no, we haven't been nearly so successful.
We've been doing this all day, I didn't say we've been
We've
successful.
been discussing, we have not been able to come to accurate conclusions. This is for.
Just want to finish my tea.
Thank you. Julie needs to sign
Julie
it.
will have to sign.
Julie will process it.
Okay, good. I will say that your property cards are not good.
How so?
You're lacking a lot of information on them, and it's not clearly explained. You know, if somebody went and looked at the property card, how would they tell what the rate for the short frontage was?
We've been told.
No way to tell.
We've been told that that's a problem, and we're taking action.
That's an accurate statement.
Thank you.
Still, are you bored and want some more?
No.
I'm sure you could take that 8-hour
Okay,
test.
thank you.
Despite your signed paper, we expect to see you back here next year on the same issue.
What, if I was an assessor, and April 1st is already come and gone, what the hell are we going to do this year?
That's the question. You have,
Hit the
we've
nail on the
all been
head.
asking.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you sure there wasn't a timer on there? Because every time we have to go, somebody else.
Julia's upstairs calling.
Yeah, Julie's calling people.
But that was a success, so see,
Yeah.
sitting here 10 minutes longer.
Not denying that.
Useful.
Well, do we want to take a break and see if Julie heard from anyone else that's come in?
Yeah, we should do this. It's probably time to stand up. Yeah.